What's up, Freestyle Ice Skating community? It's me, Jay from XEO Lifestyle, and we are here in beautiful Falun, Sweden, to answer all the questions you guys asked us. It's me, Jay, and this is...
I'm Luke from England from BxFist.
Alright, first question is asked by Donald Smith from Hawaii. He asked us, how much does it cost to travel where you go? Why do you go there? Do you split the cost of hotels with other people? Have you ever had a bad experience? So maybe we can tackle the first question, like how much does it cost to travel where you go? It actually depends where you go. Like this place, Sweden, is one of my most expensive travels. The reason why is because you need a hotel or a resort in this case. And also Sweden is a very expensive country compared with other countries in Europe, for my case actually. Yeah, Luke?
I think Sweden has been one of the more expensive trips we've done, but it's definitely one of the better trips. We have split hotel and cottage costs. We've rented a 6-man cottage. We've only filled it with 4 people, so we've just split the bill. But the sooner you book, and the sooner you book your flights and travel and accommodation, the cheaper it is. So if you know you're going somewhere, the best thing to do is book it a few months in advance, and you can save yourselves a few £100s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you travel by car, it's quite cheap because you can always go whenever you want to, and you just split the cost with all the people who are joining you. But if you travel by plane, you have to book well in advance, because otherwise airplane tickets might be a lot more expensive. For example, this trip costed me like €100 to come here with my plane, not my plane, but a plane. And if I would book it like a week before the trip is actually going on, it would be like €300 or €400. So it would triple or quadruple the price of the transport costs. The reason why we go here or why we travel is just to discover new places, new people, new cultures, new skating styles. And also, when you always skate at your rink at home, it gets maybe a little bit of boring after a while, because you always hang around with the same people, the same ice rink. So if you travel, you discover new ice rinks, new people, and it's like a new kind of motivation to keep going with what you're doing. That's in my case actually.
I think another good reason to travel to lots of different countries and remote areas like this is because people haven't seen freestyle here, and in a lot of countries they still haven't seen it. So if you can travel to these places and show them what freestyle is, then it's only going to be good for the freestyle movement and better it.
Yeah, that's actually one of the reasons we come here as well, to promote it, because Sweden is a very big country. They have a lot of ice skaters, but there are no freestylers. Traveling to a place like this makes it also more difficult, because you have to find out everything by yourself. For example, when I travel to Romania or Morocco, when you know there are freestylers over there, you just arrive and they explain everything to you, like this is the place where we go, these are the skating hours for the public sessions and everything. It makes things easier. And a trip like this to Sweden is more adventurous, and you just try to discover parts of yourself which you didn't know before, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of the other questions Donald asked us was splitting costs. Of course, when we take hotels, we always split costs, but most of my travels, which I do to other countries, is like with other ice freestylers, so I can stay at the home of some local skaters, which makes traveling less expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, because you don't need a hotel all the time. Like if you go to events, you can just take a small mattress with you and just put it at someone's house and sleep over there for a couple of nights, and that's how you save money as well. Luke, did you have bad experiences while traveling?
We've never had bad experiences with traveling. Like when you go to France or Germany or somewhere in Europe, as you said, it's normally easier because there's people who can tell you what's up. But when we came to Sweden, we had some problems, like we didn't know which train to catch, we weren't sure if we were at the right station. But once you've done it the first time and you've been there once, then it can only get easier for the next time. You're bound to have the odd hiccup or bumpy journey, but once you're here, look at it. It's amazing.
Sometimes a bad experience is like a positive experience as well, because you discover new things. And you like when you're traveling in group, you can have some arguments and you learn from each other, like, and you start learning people in a different way that you know them before, something like that. Of course, each travel has a couple of bad experiences. I've had some of them are based on interactions with different people, because you speak a different language sometimes, different cultures. But one of the most bad experiences I had was here in Sweden last year. It was totally my fault. I arrived at the airport the night before my flight, and I thought the airport would be open the whole night, and it wasn't, so I had to stay in front of the airport until the morning, and it was -6 degrees, and there were no hotels, nothing nearby. I had no internet connection. I didn't meet anyone, so I was standing there for like 8 or 9 hours at a temperature of -6 outside the airport. It's a fucking bad experience. But yet I learned from it, and it doesn't keep me like at home, because I'm here again in Sweden because it's so awesome. So yeah, of course you have bad experiences, but you can always learn from them.
And the good experiences always outweigh the bad experiences.
Yeah, as well.
So.
You can have one bad experience, but you can have 10 more which are good.
Brilliant or excellent experiences, not just good.
Yeah. So second question is from Mert Akoc. He's a guy from Turkey, and he asks us the question: if I will come to your city, can you teach me several moves in 1 week? And can you say hi Mert and Extreme Ice Skating Team Izmir, Turkey in the YouTube video, which is done right now, because Turkey loves you. Well, Mert, I can say seni çok seviyorum to all the Turkish people in Turkey. And yeah, we will answer your question now. So can we teach him more than one move in 1 week?
I think if you have a general ice skating abilities already, then freestyle's a lot easier to learn. So yeah, I think you could learn the barrel roll and a couple of jumps and a couple of spins and a bit of footwork in 1 week.
Of course, it all depends on you. It doesn't depend on us. If you want to learn, you can learn. We can teach you, but if you're not willing to learn, you won't learn. I think that's also important. If we can teach you how to jump, like normal jump, then we can teach you a 180, 360, whatever. You can do, like, if you know one basic trick, you can just evolve very fast. If you know one basic footwork move, you can just combine different moves of different tricks together, and you can do combo tricks.
I'd agree.
So yeah, definitely, if you come to Belgium, we can teach you more than one move. If we come to Turkey, we can also teach you more than one move. So maybe we can see you in Turkey, yeah. Alright, so next question is from Instagram. It's a question asked by Ice Culture. I guess it's a team in Miami, United States of America. And they ask, do you have any plans on taking a step further into this whole creation of the sport and expanding the freestyle community? I think that's what we are doing right now in this video. We make short videos to... Oh, there's a car coming actually, driving on the ice, but we just continue. I think, like, with this kind of movies or videos or whatever you call them, we actually try to expand the community and help the community with answering your questions. And just listen to the ice, listen to the ice, listen to the ice. There's a car coming.
Crack, crack.
They're
around me.
literally driving cars on the ice in the middle of the lake in Sweden. It's like out of your mind if you're not used to this stuff. So yeah, let's continue. So yeah, creating the sport. Actually, the sport is a creative sport, so you can.
Anyone can.
Yeah,
do
anyone
it.
can create it, but expanding expanding the sport is much more different than creating tricks and stuff, because you need time, you need a lot of effort to keep things going, because I mean, actually Luke and I, we are living for this sport. Like, we don't do many other things.
No.
I'm taking it more like internationally, because Belgium is a tiny country and there's not a lot of ice skaters. Luke, yeah, maybe you can tell what you're doing in England.
In England, so in England we started with BxFist about 4 years ago now, and it started off as the Bournemouth Extreme Freestyle Ice Skating team. When we started going abroad with other people from England, we thought, well, why not change the B from Bournemouth to British? So now we have people from London, and we have people from nearby towns like Basingstoke. So now we are, instead of being 3 teams or 2 teams and 1 guy, we are now 1 conjoined team of the British Extreme Freestyle Ice Skating team. But to take things further than this, we have to go to a sports body and show them that we've been having yearly meetings, show them that our sport is different to figure skating or hockey or speed skating. There's a lot of paperwork, a lot of admin kind of work, a lot of meetings that need to take place. So it's something we've looked into, but I think it's something I might do myself when I'm older, once I can't skate anymore. And then once I can't skate anymore, I can focus on expanding it and making it a recognised sport in England. But for now, while I'm young, I'm just going to enjoy skating, enjoy travelling round, and then maybe when I'm in my 40s, I might go up to the sports body in England and say, hey, this is what I've been doing for the last 20 years. Recognise it. But it's hard. It's a lot of work.
I think like each country should have some motivated people to do this kind of work. And also, before you can do it, you need a lot of people who practice the sport, because you can't go to the sports organization and say, yeah, we have 10 freestylers here in a country with maybe 20 million people. Can we get our sport officialized? You can't do that. No. I know in France they are starting to do it, because France has a lot of people who practice the sport of freestyle ice skating. Other countries it might be more difficult, but anyway, it might not hold you back from trying to do stuff. I mean, if you live, for example, in Malaysia, there are not many ice rinks, but there are a lot of ice freestylers, so you can still be creative and start putting something together like a community. And in that way, like, you are building on this kind of sport, like expanding it in your country or in your region, or maybe at your ice rink. It doesn't have to be
worldwide.
A lot of work. You can just start at your own ice rink, and then just start growing it from 1 ice rink to 2 or 3 ice rinks in your region, and then just go on and start traveling, and then you're actually doing what we do, like traveling, meeting new people, and promoting the sport all around the world. Yeah.
Like you said, with like building blocks, with like you've got the XEO Lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's like 1 building block, and then we have BxFist, and that's another building block, and then we have another team, and that's another building block, and you put them blocks together and you start getting something.
Yeah.
So maybe if you're in Malaysia, you should start your own small community, and then you can be a block on that house that we're building now. Yeah.
Also, like, I try to promote the sport around the world, but I can promote it a little bit in England. I can never do the same thing as Luke, because Luke is living in England. He has the context there. He sees the people on a regular basis, and I just can make some videos or write via email, and then if I might have a project in England, I just contact Luke and he can carry on from there, because he's from England. So we just try to help each other. I know it's still the beginning, but we will get there sometime. Yeah.